In this segment, the George family spends a weekend at a resort in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania with Bob's cousins Eddie and May. The resort caters exclusively to black families, who often were refused lodging elsewhere.
Hi, folks. How you doing? How's everything? What's doing, Eddie?
Oh, no, Bob.
All set for the trip?
Yeah.
Hi, Jeffrey. How are you? Okay.
Wow. So you have to
It's
go
kind of
home.
warm out there, you know?
I have some food. We can grab a bite to eat, before we get ready to go.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Listen, how about a beer? Anybody interested in beer?
That sounds good to me.
When you get through, let me see that picture in a minute. Let's see your back there. I'll tell you one thing, it's
This
a
is a very
beautiful
nice
scene.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
I like that.
Okay, this is my spot. I
Friend,
intend to lie right there.
Hey, did you see that? We have 49. So what was that?
What was that, 49?
49 to what do you have?
How many points you have, Eddie?
Don't we have 49?
No, we have 49.
The fact that it is a black resort, being that I'm in a strange town for the first time, gave me somewhat more, psychological comfort. In other words, not knowing whether you're going to run into hassle, rejection, or an attempt at a rejection, or something like that, whether you're going to have to battle your way in the joint or something of that nature.
In today's paper, I was reading a story about 3 salesmen. They happened to be black up in Boston. These 3 salesmen happened to stop at a white neighborhood to park their car because it was available space and it was near the beach that they were going to. And they were only going to the beach for a little bit of relaxation. According to this article, they were chased from the beach by a group of whites. They were trying to make it back to their car. The car was locked. Naturally, you don't have time to look for keys to get in, so they went in different directions. One of them was beaten very badly with sticks and pipes. And we're relating going into a new area and not being aware of this type of a thing. You could get murdered. I don't know.
She about to get me. She about to get me, man. No. Yeah, sure.
The first time I ever experienced racial prejudice on a personal basis, we had come back from a weekend past, all young Marines going back to the base. We stopped in this little trucker's diner. We're waiting for our order. Nobody else gets waited on except us. We're waiting, right? Finally, one of the guys in the group, calls the waitress over and says, hey, how about our orders such and that? She takes all the orders. Now, I'm last in line, let's say on the immediate left, far left, I'm sitting in. And she takes everybody's order, and somebody asks, well, what about me? And our reply was, we don't serve niggers here. That was the first time I've ever felt racial prejudice to the point where it cut so deep. It was a combination of, perhaps fright, rage, shame. I didn't know how the hell to react. I hear kids, black youth in the street, well, yeah, baby, we're gonna get the guns and we're gonna burn down Fulton Street. Sure, they burn down Fulton Street. Then where do they go to shop? It's not Fifth Avenue, is it? It's not Park Avenue. They have no place to go. The power structure in this country is so well established and so strong that unless you work from within, you won't change it. You won't change it by force of violence because the system, or they in the system, the powers that be in the system, won't let you. Do I ever feel as though I've been a sellout? The answer is no. So I don't see me selling out at all. What I did do, I feel, is benefit not only myself, but hopefully others by influencing them to do the same thing. I don't sit here and say that there has never been a time when white cops, per se, have not overreacted, they have not kicked men's
As a child, I have memories of what cops did. You know, and you just don't erase these things.
Wait a minute, Eddie, suppose I told you, since being a cop, I've seen white cops hurt because they underreact.
No, I'm not saying that every white cop hates, you know, go around beating up little black kids. I don't like that little black one. I'm not saying every white cop does that. But they don't know black people, or they don't know Puerto Rican people, you know. So, you know, first thing they see, you know, they might see some guy throw a bottle at another guy, right? It's not lawful, so he might kick him once. You don't shoot the guy for doing it.
Why not? If that man came at me with a bottle or a brick, what do you think I'd do?
At you. Okay, but
I'm
have
a
you
black
broken
cop.
up fights without shooting a guy?
So how's that? So have white cops.
Okay.
Eddie, my
I gotta
point.
hit you with a heavy one now.
All right, my
I'll tell
point.
you.
All right,
Gotta hit you.
do what you want to do.
That little Glover
My
boy.
point.
10, what was he, 9, 10?
The little. All right, that's fine.
All right.
How about the cop who was killed in the bar, Eddie, in Harlem? How about the cop who was killed in the bar, but simply because he told a man to drop it, he and his partner told a man to drop the gun repeatedly, and the fool turned and the fool damn cop didn't fire. What happened? Did the cop get killed?
How about the black cops that were shot by the white cops because they were black and they didn't have a uniform on?
How about the white cop who was injured, who was brained? His brain, the guy's a vegetable today.
By who?
A black kid.
Well, okay.
My point, Eddie, is this. I know myself for a fact. There are certain conditions that I'll kill a man. There are no ways about it.
Grant you, okay.
All right, why? Why, Eddie?
I do believe in the next 20 years you might see one hell of a revolution in this country, because it's not only affecting the minorities, it's starting to affect the working class, period, you know, white and black. The working class white is failing just as bad as the working class black, although the working class black man is the one who really gets it up the butt.
As far as the black man is concerned in this country, the black man has, or is currently now, reawakened to the fact that he's been cheated. He's been cheated for over 200 years with the so-called American dream of independence. It's never really been his at all.
I don't feel that the black-white issue will ever be solved as long as there are people walking the face of this earth.
Race and revolution seem to be the themes that go through this segment. When your father told the story about what he had gone through as a Marine, being denied service in a restaurant, and what your folks say right now, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that story with your dad and the Marine Corps? Karen?
I am proud of my color. And if anybody's going to give me a remark like, well, I'm not serving you because you're black or something like that, I will get mad. I'm proud of what I am, and I'm going to stick to that.
Do you feel oppressed?
I personally don't feel oppressed, but I didn't forget where I came from either. I'll never forget where I came from and who I am and what I am. I'm black, and I'll always be black. Stay here. Sit. Lay down on this. Sit down. And stay there.
.366 clipped the man with the gun. Out there, there's two of them.
They're still out there now?
One of them got a big...
You want to try and show us?
Anything up there?
Grandfather. Papa paid $20. Did he pay $20 for a suit?
You told me you did.
$200 for one suit? What? What color is it? Made out of gold or something?
Listen to him.
Wait a minute, listen to what he wants. The brown one. He wants to be laid out in it. What? He wants to be... Wait a minute. Now I don't feel like cooking anymore. That's it. The brown one. He wants to be laid out in it. And what, is he going someplace? When they bury him, he wants to put the white one on him. That's what he wants to be buried. Oh, I say, you changing him. I say, you fool, who gonna cut up all these suits so I ain't putting on? They cut up your clothes? They split them open. They don't put them over your head.
I didn't know that.
I never heard that before.
I never knew that.
You know, they slice your clothes right open. All your clothes, everything.
In other words, if you feel like you're going to go, you better put on what you want to be laid out in. I never knew that. Honestly, I never knew that.
Get that water right there. Dump that water right there.
What started this?
Pop a brown suit. You lay that in the brown suit. And you get in the white one.
Lay down the brown suit.
I said, honey, there ain't gonna be one suit cut up.
Which one's that, the white one?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't want to, I'm not interested in that now. We want to save your eyesight.
You're gonna have to keep your eyes open.
Open your eyes. All right, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy.
Oh, Lord, no, that cold water burning my eye more than it would have been burning me before.
All right, listen, pull it. Let us call an ambulance. Come on, let's get her over to the hospital.
I ain't going to the hospital.
You don't want to go to the hospital?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
All right, hold your head, son. Hold your head, son. Why don't you want to go to the hospital?
That's the way I am. I don't know. I've been...
What are you afraid of?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I've been going to the hospital too many times. I'm a very sick woman anyway.
Would you rather lose your eyesight?
Like this kind of job happened to me.
All right, blink your eyes a couple, let them tear. Blink them up and down, let them tear a little bit. That's right, keep doing it. Keep doing it a couple times so you can save your eyesight.
I know that'll be another half an hour. I know, I'll fix it. Okay, so I know about 7:30, I know you'll be here. But Terry, hurry up. Okay, all right, bye. Mama.
I don't know.
She just disappeared? Ma, when Daddy coming home? I'm tired of waiting for dinner.
It's hard on a woman. It's hard on a wife. You have no social. You wind up with all your friends being in there. It gets to a point where they just don't understand. You can't understand the excuses you're giving for not going to this, the wedding, and not going to the, cousin's christening, cousin's son's christening. They're important to wives. The socializing. What do you mean you made a collar? Why couldn't somebody else make the collar? And things like that. It's not the wife's fault. In my opinion, it's not the wife's fault, and it's not the cop's fault. It's just, it's hard to be a cop's wife. It's harder to be a cop's wife than to be a cop.
What do you think of when you hear this song? What do I think?
Senior prom, right? 1940 what?
It's what they call the generation gap.
30.
Peggy and I used to dance very often the first time we met, but we didn't do any dancing. She was upset with me because she wanted to dance with me. I wanted to dance with her, but I was very shy. Well, after the dance was over, our friends got to rapping and they began to introduce us to each other. And from there, to progress to marriage.
What did she look like? What did she pen out?
She's a beauty.
I'm going back out.
Oh, you are? Yeah, you can leave it open. You got glasses? I'll get some.
3 glasses.
Karen upstairs?
No.
Come on.
I can sit over. I can sit.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. The lawmakers are true long thankful will be back to receive nation for everybody for Christ's sakes.
I don't know about anybody else.
What's this for? Where are the other people?
How many people? Karen is gone. Derek, I don't know where he went.
Well, Derek been gone all day.
So I'm not going to worry about it.
Derek been gone all day.
I'll have to find out about those suits again.
What?
Did you ask him? Good.
He told me he wanted to be laid out in, it was a brown suit and buried in the white suit.
And he gave you a job, huh?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going to be? Laid out?
Yes, he's gonna be out too.
But you know, I didn't know that they cut your clothes in the back.
Spit them right down the back.
I don't know. You want to talk about it now?
No way, this way.
She looks charming.
Thank you.
You look good in it. Guy, you look good.
Thank you. Put this up there. Hey, what do you want to hear? How about a little Hardy Shore Begin to Begin? You start off. That's it. You got it.
Vodka and water? Okay, vodka and water, please.
Well, you look like a black Billy the Kid to me.
There you go. There you go. You see my Derringers? How about my 44 Max? As soon as I can find it.
You feel anger because you know he's late. But once he's home, I don't know, it seems to disappear. It's not there anymore. It's like a spell. Like somebody casts a spell over you, and when he's home, it's lifted.
What is love? Can love be broken down into words? Can we define love? Can there be people in love? Here's the way the American Historic Dictionary of the English language defines love. An affection concern for another person, a strong liking for something. Now here's the way I define love. Love is being with someone you care for. Love is being someplace with hundreds of people around, and it feels as if you and your mate are the only two on earth. Love is knowing when you need someone, that special person is there. Love can bring happiness. So yes, love can be broken down into words. Yes, we can define love, and yes, there are people in love.
Let me ask you something.
I know, I knew it. I knew it.
Folks, how you doing? Can I borrow your drink? Can Can I buy you a drink? Can I buy you both a drink? You all set? How about a backup, just in case? Okay. Joe? As I speak to I'll be glad when it's over. With you. Joe, how about a refill? You ready? I know. Huh? Oh, you're drinking a lot tonight. I know. It can't go on much longer. You know, I just thought of something. How's that going to sound on film? It can't go on much longer. That sounds complicated, though.
Okay, you know, in the first part, and I think throughout, you made the point that you want to spend more time at home. And here we see a time when you make a choice not to be there. Now, tell me about that. I would like to see more of the family together. I mean, not only Peggy and I, but all of us, you know. Yet because of, you know, the way I feel about the job, is the personnel on the job, there are other times when you'll make a decision to join these guys, you know, relaxation after work. It's sort of like a loyalty type of thing, where, well, hey, you know, the guys are going out for a couple of beers after work, and I think I'll go and join them, you know. What about that line at the end, that it can't go on much longer? You know, I wondered about that myself. I don't even know what I was talking about at that point. I don't recall exactly what it was.
It sounded like he was having an affair.
Is that what it sounded like, really?
Yeah.
What was that?
It sounded like you were having an affair, and then you thought about it. What would it sound like on film?
Jeez, I hope nobody else gets that impression.
Is there anything that you learned about yourselves in watching the film?
Well, it wouldn't be about myself, but it did make me, let's put it this way. I'm a little more aware now of the type of situations that my husband can get into out in the street when he leaves home. Like, it's different to have him tell me the story, but it's one thing to actually see it. Tension, the excitement, the yelling, the crowds. I mean, it really gave me a lot to think about.
Why did you do the film in the first place?
It occurred to me when we were making a decision about this, it would give, here again we get back to the black and white issue again, it would give white America a chance to see how blacks live, or some blacks live.
And what the values actually are, rather than hearsay.
That we're striving for the same thing that they are.
Was there anything you would quibble with or change in it?
I would be at the bar. Love is one thing, but this is ridiculous.
What do you think?